Sahana bhavatu. Sahana bhavatu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Sahanau bhunaktu. Sahaviryam karavavahai. Sahaviryam karavavahai. Tejasvi. Tejasvi navadhitam. Tejasvi navadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. When you need to grasp, understand a fact, a reality, which is misconstrued. The process of inquiry is called viveka. Viveka vicharaha. Understanding itself is called viveka, viveka jnanam. The inquiry is called viveka vicharaha. Because even after the inquiry, two facts continue to remain the same as they were before, but no more confusion. A germane example for that, to prove that, is a crystal. You see a crystal, looks orange, you know. Is it orange? Looks orange. Eh? No? No? Why? Blue? Suppose it looks orange. We'll make it orange, okay? It looks orange. You can take it for a color stone. Some semi-precious stone, because it's such a huge thing. If it's a small thing, it's a precious stone. That's how you get deceived. And this is a semi-precious stone, enjoying a color, orange color. And then it changes the color very quickly. The orange color is gone, kind of blue it is now, and green and so on, and you smile. What is that smile? It reveals your understanding that it is a crystal. Means it has no color of its own. And you check up the weight and all that tells you that this is a crystal. And let it continue to appear red, green, or any color. Your knowledge of crystal, being crystal clear, is never colored anymore. No matter in what form does it appear, the crystal continues to be crystal in your head. This is called knowledge. And that knowledge, we call it Viveka Vijnanam. Viveka Jnanam. In some situations, there is no perceptual change. The naked eye perception would continue. Like the sun rising in the eastern sky. It's a naked eye perception. This phenomenon is everyday phenomenon. Sunrise in the eastern sky. And it travels during the day and sets in the west. As long as you don't look at the sun from the North Pole in summer months, there it goes around you. You have midnight sun. Veda talks about it. The Indian Veda talks about midnight sun. Therefore somebody said the Veda has its origin in the North Pole. Whatever. I don't speculate. But then this phenomenon of sun rising in the eastern sky is enjoyed by you, recognized by you, but your knowledge is Viveka Jnanam. Knowledge born of discriminative inquiry. the knowledge would be the sun doesn't rise even though it appears to rise. The stars don't disappear even though they appear to disappear, correct? Much less the moon wanes and waxes, even though the moon appears to wane and wax. The sky seems to be blue. There seems to be a ceiling, which is not true. In fact, all that your eyes report are wrong. Correct? Really true. Because if the tree is looked at from a distance, it is small, looks a shrub, which it is not. The stars, like little stars, twinkle. They are not little stars. The tree is seen by you shining. Well, you look at that, but that's not true. It is reflected light. That is not a property of the tree. You see the Swami revealing himself, and the Swami is not a radiant Swami, an isotope Swami. It reflects like the body, therefore you see the Swami. Whatever that you see is not true. And therefore, don't get confused, okay? So let us do some yoga. And therefore, please understand. And knowledge is entirely a different thing. And therefore, you need to use your power of reasoning. And understand what is what. Being educated, you know, the sun doesn't rise, appears to rise, appears to travel. You can even explain it away. The appearance continues to be. There is a blue sky. It's all poetry. You can write about the blue sky. You can write about the clear sky. So it's all poetry. There is a truth about it, because there is perception. But it's just a refraction of light. You know all this. And therefore, knowledge is different from your experience. Your perception, your experience. The sunrise experience is wonderful, especially a tropical sun in India. Only sunrise is good. Afterwards you can't be in the beach. You will be shushkubal. But it's very beautiful. The sunrise. We can enjoy, experience. But that experience is in spite of your knowledge that there is no sunrise. The appearance is assimilated. It is assimilated knowledge. Experience is accommodated because of your understanding. Experience is not denied. When you see me here, this is a perception. Swami is. There is no way of Swami revealing his existence to you. No way. If you close your eyes and sit there like a yoga man, except Ramananda's students, all yoga students come there, come to your class, sit there. They don't sit there like that immediately. It takes 25 minutes to adjust. It takes time. And then they close their eyes and sit. I ask them, please open your eyes. And the fellow thinks that I am talking to somebody else. Because he is sleeping, okay? And, and then pretends as though, after wakes up, then pretends as though he is enjoying, okay? And smiles and all that. Except Ramananda's students. If our eyes are closed, how am I going to reach you? How will I prove my existence to you? Because I am talking, the man says, I hear you. Suppose I don't talk. I do one of those things that we sadhus are capable of doing. Without blinking, I can sit for hour, 2 hours. We have practiced all this. Some of these tricks we need to have. They will be handy. Really, I have a few tricks and then they are very handy. Because there are different types of people asking for different things. When you walk in and you see me sitting like this, and I don't blink and I continue to sit, do you know what will you think? Oh, this is a great Mahatma. It's a great sage, especially if you are an Indian. You'll say, it's a Ponchgaya Mahatma. Oh, he's an exalted Mahatma. Continue. Continue. are you going to know that Swami is here? Because I'm not talking. No way. The only way is you have to open your eyes and oblige. You have to open your eyes and your eyes must have the power to see. And Swami should be sitting lighted. Understand? I should be lighted. There should be some light, lighting up the Swami. There is no way of proving my existence to you unless your ears to hear are there, your eyes to see are there. In some way you have to see me, therefore Swami is, hear me. In some way you have to perceive my existence. You hear me, therefore Swami is. And then other senses like you touch me. Certain Swamis you can smell also from a distance. He fills up the room with his presence. And therefore, so this some way you need to objectify. So without objectifying sensorily or in some other way, there is no way of saying Swami is. This is not a simple thing. Because it has a far-reaching consequence that I cannot reveal myself. Not only me, everything else like me in the world. A sound may be there. If it is not heard by you, how do you know that there is sound? You go to a forest. Yesterday you went to this wooded place. And today morning you go, this tree has fallen. Nobody is around. When the tree fell down, it might have made a huge noise. Who heard it? Assume there was nobody around. Who heard it? Not even animals. Who heard it? Then we can say, an unheard sound, does it exist? Does an unheard sound exist? These kind of questions generally turn you to yoga to be more practical. But you can infer there might have been a big third, and sound must have been there. You can imagine. That's an inference. It's not perception. You didn't hear the sound. You presume. Without sound it cannot, without making sound it cannot fall. And therefore you conclude that there must have been sound. It might have caused a big thud sound. So that's particular way of reasoning. In other words, you don't say a fact was, a fact is, an object was, an object is, without a means of knowledge. When there is a weather forecast, something is going to be. This weekend, this will happen. There will be rains. The forecast. There is a basis for it. It is what we say inference, more than one-step inference. One-step inference is you see the smoke, there is fire. This is one-step inference. So, one-step inference or more than one-step inference you employ to say an object is, even was is. Because it was, you are right now concluding, correct? This fact. This fact existed. This conclusion is right now made. All will be, all was, it's all right now made conclusion through a means of knowledge. And so, you can never say a thing exists or existed, will exist, without a means of knowledge. Understand now? Either direct perception, it is, you can say, or indirectly, from the perceptual data, you arrive at a conclusion. It was, it is, it will be. In all this is with reference to all things that we perceive. Sitting at this eyepiece of this huge telescope, a scientist says, I see a light right now, but the source of light is 12 billion light years away. You know, it knocks the lights out of your head. 12 billion light years away. You can understand how important are your eyes. This Big Bang theory is based upon this eye perception. Understand this. If you look at this, you can't adequately care for your eyes. This Big Bang theory, the black hole conclusion, all these are based upon visual perception. 12 billion light years away. Wow, wow. Means the light started 12 billion light years. Means if the light travels 12 billion years, how much distance? That distance away. In fact, these scientists see the past. See the past when our solar system, Milky Way, didn't exist. The Milky Way galaxy didn't exist. That is what they see. The hero of all this knowledge is you. You are the only hero. You know, you should just feel good about yourself. You are the only hero. Everything else is object of knowledge, object of this cognition. Time, space, and distance, all these are objects of your cognition. You are the only one who is like yourself. I am not making this conclusion with your thumb impression. Based upon DNA, based upon your earlobes. They say each one's earlobes are peculiar. Very interesting. That's why, in the passport photograph, they want to have a profile. They ask you to show the ear profile. Because it's very difficult to roll you, to have an ear impression. Really. And so, I'm not talking about your DNA peculiarity, uniqueness. I am talking about the locus of the word I. In English, as in other languages, you have pronouns. He is a pronoun. He can be anybody. God is He. Concluded. God is He. Your uncle is He. So there is a He. Then there is she. He can stand for any male. she can stand for any female. In Hindi language, any object they have arbitrarily decided is she. You know, for rice, the word in Hindi is chawal. Chawal is masculine. Then cooked rice khichdi is feminine. See, the male gets cooked, then becomes feminine. Female. So, the cooked male is female, okay? And therefore, I can't understand this. But in that language, it's a peculiar language, it doesn't have a neuter gender. The whole jagat, the whole world is divided into he and she. Peculiar language it is, and much more simple. Only thing is you should know is khichdi. I know I have a smattering of Hindi, and I always commit the mistake of making that some of these feminine words, this masculine word become feminine word. I go on guessing. It should be feminine or masculine. Go on guessing, committing mistake. Therefore, I introduce myself. So the this Hindi, suppose they ask, do you know Hindi? I say, kabhi kabhi aata hai, kabhi kabhi aati bhi hai. So Hindi should be aati hai. Female it is. Hindi aati hai. I can't say aata hai. Therefore I say, आता भी है, आती भी है. दोनों. So I neutralize all their criticisms. Because I myself say that aata hai, aati hai. So if I commit mistake, they don't mind. The best way of handling your problems is to say that I have these problems. Then they will tell you, I also have got the same problems. There is nothing, they cannot. The best way of handling shame is to make a joke out of it, okay? You are not all-knowing anyway. You are not almighty anyway. Therefore what? Just make a joke out of yourself. Where is shame? This is by the way, okay? And therefore, let us come back to the real topic. So, this every blessed thing is referred by either he or she or it. In all languages, in Hindi of course, he, she, but it's covered. He, she, and in English, he, she, it. Over, then there are some more pronouns. Okay? Some more pronouns. One is the second person pronoun. What is that? You. The word you I can use for anybody. You. You. So, for the word you, there are any number of people to refer by the word. I can use the word he to stand for any number of people. I can use the word she to refer any number of people. I can use the word it to refer any number of objects. Then there is another pronoun, it's called I, first person. I. Now, how many people you can refer by the word I? You tell me this. By the word I, how many people you can refer? Eh? Only one. There is no other way. That's why language also talks Vedanta. This Vedanta it is. Because Vedanta is truth. There is no other way. There cannot be too many I's. What you objectify is not I. The one who objectifies is I. And the only one who objectifies is you. Referred by the word I. There is no second I. Wow. We take it very easily for granted. And you plead to everybody, don't take me for granted. Don't take me for, you take yourself for granted. I, there is only one I in the world. And that is you. And everything else is object of I. Understand now? The object of I comes to light through a means of knowledge. Through eyes, through ears, other senses. The object is smell, taste, touch, sound and form and color. All these come to light through your eyes, ears, and other senses. One more fact here. Ears can hear. Swami is talking. You should hear. You do hear. Sometimes you don't hear. Why? It's not because of Swami's accent alone. That is one thing. The accent is a problem. But then there are other reasons. Everybody laughs. And there is always in the audience nudging the neighbor. What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What happened? Ears are here. Swami is talking. All are laughing. I didn't hear anything. You know? One says, what did he say? What happened? Were you deaf? No. Maybe temporarily deaf. Why? Mind took off. Therefore, we are bringing in one more fact. Ears themselves don't hear unless the ears are blessed by the mind. You are walking. This is a very interesting thing. You are walking and two people are standing there and talking. And then And they are talking. Maybe something very, very serious they are talking. And you can't let go any information which is important without your knowing. That's human. That's human. And what do? You want to hear, and you don't want to appear, you hear. Therefore, what do? You just go, your head turns this way. That is the weight of the mind, okay? The weight of Atma and the mind is on the ear, right ear. It turns like that. Inasmuch as you with your mind have to be there very much with the ears to hear, very much with the eyes to see, to taste, to smell. And from this we understand, mind alone cannot see, cannot smell, cannot taste. Eyes alone cannot see, ears alone cannot hear. Therefore, the mind, senses, mind means you. You need to be there behind the mind. Therefore, you are the only hero. The whole drama is a solo drama. It is mono-acting. Really, you are the only central figure, everyone else unlike you. And that is true with reference to the other person also. That's why marriage is possible. There is another I. From that person's standpoint, that person is the only hero. And everything else, you know what? Everything else is objects. From this we understand one thing. The object of cognition of I is entirely different from the object of cognition of this. This cognition, the object of this cognition. This is flower. And the one who has this cognition of flower is the person recognized by eye cognition. Flower is, it becomes evident to you through a means of knowledge. Now come on. The flower becomes evident to you through a means of knowledge. Sun is, moon is, black hole is, or this big bang is evident to you through a means of knowledge. Now I am asking, your body is evident to you. You objectify your body. Body becomes evident to you. Hunger is evident to you. Absence of hunger is evident to you. Back pain is evident to you. Correct? And this emotion is evident to you. This knowledge is evident to you. This absence of knowledge, ignorance is evident to you. You are evident to whom? You are means I am. You have to say I am. I am evident to whom? I is evident to whom? Everything is evident to you. And you exist. To whom everything becomes evident. Time, space, everything else is in time and space. If there is a heaven that is included, let there be 100 heavens, all of them are objects of your knowledge or belief. Evident to you. Your belief is evident to you, not heaven is evident to you. Heaven exists, belief is evident to you. And you exist, evident to whom? To yourself. Correct? In other words, the only thing is that I would say self-evident is the self. Self, your self is, your self exists, and your self-existence is self-evident. The only thing that doesn't require to become evident is yourself. Understand now? You are unlike everything else. Everything else becomes evident to you. You are self-evident. Long way we have come. And some more things we need to know, we will know. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om